a moment. Your imagination is going to be unbelievably clear, unbelievably vivid. When I describe, you'll see with amazing detail. Simply because you, through your own intelligence, can allow your unconscious mind to focus further all the time. Because as you allow yourself to focus, only in the sound of my voice, realize when I start things, they work fast, they work strong, until you hear me say the word erase. Anytime you hear me say the word erase, whatever was happening will stop immediately until I started again. When I started again, it works even faster than it did the step before. I'm going to snap everybody out of this on the count of 3. You won't feel any different, but it's already starting to work. I'm about to prove that to you. You can open your eyes on the count of 3. 1, 2. Open your eyes on 3. Now. Hello. Back. Should feel exactly the same. I'm going to prove that it's starting to work. Everybody, both hands straight out in front of you like this. Interlock your fingers. Close up all the gaps in between the fingers. Lock the elbows out tight. Press the palms together. I'm going to explain to you what's about to happen. In a moment, I'm going to count to 3. And as weird as this sounds now, once I get to the count of 3, the harder you try and pull your hands apart, the tighter they'll continue to lock. You'll be wide awake and aware, just like you are now, but once I get to the count of 3, they'll simply refuse to open. We'll set it all up right here. Everybody focus there. Deep breath in. Exhale, feeling fine. We'll do that together again. Inhale. And exhale. As you focus right there in the center of my hand, realize, once I get to the count of 3, the harder you try and pull your hands apart, the tighter they continue to lock. That's because the trance has already been set up. Slowly, we're beginning to unleash it. We're going to do this externally with your eyes open, which causes the trance to be even faster than it was just a moment ago. I don't want you to focus on my hand anymore. I want you to focus on your own. Get a good look at your own hands. I want everybody to start to apply some pressure on your hands. Now, start to apply some pressure. I mean, really stare at your own hands, because as you do, you can realize they go a little bit tighter, and you thought you actually squeeze them yourself. That's because of the trance. The more you stare, the tighter. And tighter the pressure continues to build, going unbelievably tight. The more you stare, the tighter they continue to seize. It's important you focus and realize they go tighter all on their own. There's a link between your eyes and your hands. The more you focus, the tighter the pressure continues to build. You feel it happening already, and you can see it too. Because as you continue to focus, they go further. They lock tighter, unbelievably tight, like they've been glued together with rubber cement. The more you stare, the tighter they continue to seize. And as the pressure builds further, glued together with rubber cement, seizing more, locking tighter and tighter. Once I get to 3, they simply refuse to open until I say the word erase later on. Don't try and open them yet. The pressure builds even further. Continue to stare, because you do, they go further. I'm going to start the count on 1 as the pressure builds further, locking tighter and tighter. 2, superhuman strength, unbelievably tight, totally seized. Refusing to open, completely locked on 3. Go ahead and try. The harder you try, the tighter they lock. Do anything, they simply refuse to open. That's weird, right? We're going to erase it all on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, erase. They open now. Is anybody still locked? Sometimes we lose a few in the crowd. I will rescue you if necessary. We got a couple still locked. Got everybody. Give them a big round of applause so far. All right. Shake off the hands. All right, test number 2. This one's really cool. Everybody, focus right there. Deep breath in. Exhale, feeling fine. Put both hands straight up in front of you again. Palms up. Now turn the right hand palm down. There we go. Deep breath in again. Exhale, feeling fine. Breathe at your own comfortable rate. But close your eyes now. And as you focus right there, with your eyes shut, imagine you can still see your hands, but with your eyes shut. And I want you to imagine that you can still see me. And imagine that I'm holding in my left hand a book, old school book, type of book you find in a library, big book, thick book. I want you to imagine that in my hand, because as you do, realize in a moment, I'm going to drop this book on your left hand. You'll feel the weight of it there immediately, if you're not beginning to feel it already. But first, allow this book to float in closer so you can actually see the texture with all its clarity. I'm going to give this book to everybody all at the same time on the left hand. It won't startle you. You'll keep your eyes shut, but you will feel the weight of it there bounce right on your left hand. Are you ready? In the count of 3. 1, 2, and and 3. Feel the book on the left hand. That's right. And as you do, and as you discover, it starts to get even heavier than it was just a moment ago. Because as you allow yourself to focus only on this book on your left hand, listening to this, it continues to get heavier, continues to get feeling the strain from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. And listening to this, I want everyone to shift your attention for a moment over to your right wrist. I'm going to tie an imaginary string around your right wrist. Attached to the string is a clear helium balloon, which is absolutely weightless. You're going to feel the opposite effect going to take place on the right hand on the count of 3, as it'll start to slowly and effortlessly rise into the air all on its own. That's on the count of 3. You're ready? Focus on it. 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely weightless. That's right. You can watch it happen with your eyes shut, lighter, second by second, and continue to focus listening to this. I'm going to give everybody another book twice as heavy as the first one on the left hand on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, and 3. Feeling it now. That's right. And another clear helium balloon floating weightlessly into the air. I'm going to snap you all out of this on the count of 3. As soon as you open your eyes, look at your own hands. 1, 2, wide awake on 3 now. Give them a big round of applause so far.